Hello gamers and welcome back to Solo Spelunking. And today, as you can see from this setup here, we're going to do a Star Wars miniature game solo scenario. And I figured I've done a lot of fantasy themed content during the last weeks, and I will also continue to do so, of course. I will finish my Reavers of Harkenwold adventure and also my RPG tutorial series, but now I also want to mix things up a little bit and play a little Star Wars miniature game solo scenario. And the thing about this is that me and my Cologne gaming group, we have been playing Star Wars miniatures for years, and we have developed our own system for creating custom characters that also collect experience points and that they can advance. And we came up with our own scenario rule system, basically, that we use to play these solo scenarios. They're a little bit similar to what I did with the Cairn miniature delve, but they are a little bit more codified. And I want to play one scenario today, and I will introduce you to the rules. And of course, all the rules that we use, I've compiled them to a nice and neat rules package, and I will link them in the video description so that you can see for yourself. And those of you who maybe already own a lot of Star Wars miniatures because they've played this game when it was still supported and they want to try something out with their collection, they can use them. Or maybe you can pick up a couple of used miniatures and get into it. So this is what we will do tonight. So I would like to introduce you to my characters, and these are characters that I created using our custom rule set, which is included in this package. And I gotta change my position here a little bit so that I can see the camera image. So I will be playing a 2-hero squad. This will be I gotta wait for the camera to focus. This will be Marnu Corbek, a human scoundrel and smuggler, and this is his companion, Vanessa, a Mandalorian gunslinger. And the background is that we worked for a Hutt called Teemo the Hutt, and we fell afoul of him, and we need to basically escape his service. So this is a scenario modeled after the Star Wars Edge of the Empire beginner game adventure, Escape from Shuuta. So here are the stats for those of you familiar with the Star Wars miniature skirmish game. So this is Marnu Corbek, a scoundrel, and he's got 100 hit points, 20 defense, plus 10 attack, 20 damage. He is unique, of course. He's got the accurate shot special ability, he's got the evade ability, and the twin attack ability. And for those of you unfamiliar with the rules, I will also link a link to the rulebook PDF in the video description. And according to our creation rules, he is worth 45 points. And this is Vanessa, the Mandalorian gunslinger. She also has the same basic stats, 100 hit points, 20 defense, plus 10 attack, 20 damage. She's also unique, and she's got other abilities. She's got double attack, twin attack, and greater mobile attack. And she's also worth 45 points by our rules. And so let me change the position again. So we experimented with these rules and the point values for different abilities, and now I feel we're at a point where it is comparable to the pre-generated characters that are published with the game, and except for some power creep characters. And maybe our characters are a little bit more expensive, but this depends, or the reason for that is that by being able to customize your abilities, you're also able to create some broken combos. So we had to figure this in with some additional costs for synergies and so on. So you can check out the document. All right, so what do we have to do? We have to escape from Shuuta. And this beautiful map that you can see here is the desert town of Shuuta on the planet Tatooine. And this is a map from a guy called Jedi Cartographer. And a couple of years ago, I don't know if they're still available, he sold custom map packs that are fully compatible with the Star Wars miniature game, and I got quite a lot of them, and they're really nice. So this is one of these custom maps. So this is not a map published by Wizard of the Coast. And of course underneath my trusty acrylic sheet. So what do we have to do? We have to escape Shuuta, and therefore we need to enter the freight office. The freight office is this building here. And these black tokens indicate that these doors are locked. We cannot open them until we have obtained a key card. The key card we will get by defeating a special quest encounter. So once we got inside this freight office, we have to interact with this console here and succeed at a save to override the docking bay controls. Once we have done that, we have to get all the way up here to this land speeder and escape. So once we reach this land speeder here, we have completed the mission. And we will start here next to the cantina. Let me check the camera again. Yeah, you can see it. So we are basically here. Don't worry, I will move into view pretty soon. All right. So these red tokens are, as you might expect, enemy encounter triggers. And we trigger those if we are within line of sight and within 8 squares at the end of our turn. And then we will trigger an encounter and see what appears. And it can also be that there's no encounter behind this trigger. Different than in my Cairn Delve, only one encounter can be active at a time. So if enemies are on the map, all the other encounter triggers are inactive. And the reason for that is that this Star Wars is a game that focuses on ranged combat, on movement and cover. And in our experiences, the game becomes very static if you can't really move around because you're afraid to trigger all these other encounters. And also, I wanted to make the game playable, or the scenarios playable, even if you do not have a lot of miniatures, so that you don't need too many models at a time. And I put some designer notes in the rule set explaining my reasoning behind this mechanic. So one of these encounter tokens will trigger the quest encounter, after I've defeated the quest encounter, I will obtain the key card to open these doors, and then I can proceed with the mission or with the scenario. However, if at the end of a round there are no enemies present, and we also do not trigger an encounter, we roll for a wandering patrol. And the wandering patrol is never the quest encounter. So we do not want to fight unnecessary battles, so we have to proceed through the encounters. And so what happens if one of us is defeated? Well, this is the Doom die, the Doom counter. And because we're legendary heroes and not ordinary minions, if we are defeated, we are not really dead. We are severely wounded and unconscious. And at the start of a round, before the first activation of a round, I can choose to resurrect these characters. And if I do that, I will move the doom counter up one number. And if the doom counter reaches 6, I have failed the mission. So the doom counter creates a sense of urgency. There are also other events that could trigger a doom counter advancement. So yeah, I gotta be careful and try to stay alive as long as I can. But if I am defeated, it's not game over. I can resurrect myself and increase the doom counter. And every hero that is resurrected increases the doom counter by 1. So if both of my heroes are defeated and I resurrect them both, I would increase the doom counter by 2 points. Alright, so enough rules talk. You will see how this goes. And yeah, since there are no enemies on the map at the moment, I do not need to roll initiative, which reminds me I need to get some dice out, and I can just proceed. And of course I want to trigger encounters so that I do not have to make a wandering patrol or a wandering encounter roll. So let's get the dice out first. All right, so doesn't really matter who activates first. Yeah, Marnu is a gentleman, so I will open up the door for Vanessa. So I will move adjacent to the door, and the door opens if you end a turn adjacent to a door. So this door now slides open, and I do have a clear path here. And now it is Vanessa's turn, and everybody can move 6 squares with a move or take a double move. So she can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is low objects that provide cover and count as difficult terrain. And since I do not want to attack this turn because there are no enemies, I can take a double move. So I can easily reach this this cover here in the cantina. So I will move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I will turn her facing this way. So this is my activation token, so that I know that I have activated these characters once the board gets crowded. So now I will trigger this encounter because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm within 6 squares, and obviously I do have line of sight because the wall ends here. So now I roll a d20 and look what I encounter on my scenario encounter table. It's a 1. All right, a 1. 1 to 5 is a stormtrooper squad. All right, so obviously I'm also wanted by the Empire, and a squad of stormtroopers, or sand troopers in this case, led by a stormtrooper officer, are conducting a search in this cantina. All right, so they just entered through here. So they, for story purposes, they did not appear out of thin air, but they entered from down here. And where's the other one? I had 4. It's 4 stormtroopers. Oh, here. So sand troopers. All right, so these are sand troopers led by an Imperial stormtrooper officer. And I'm using their standard stats. So this is the sand trooper. I hope you can see it. I don't want to change my seat every time. So 10 hit points, 16 defense, plus 4 attack, 20 damage. So basically 1 hit and they're dead. And the officer, he's a little bit tougher. He's got 38 points, 18 defense, plus 8 attack, and he has double attack. So meaning if he does not move, he can attack twice. Alright, so now we need to roll initiative, because now we have enemies on the board. And in an initiative roll, it's just a d20 roll, unmodified, and the higher number goes first. And let me get this up in this corner here. And I'm the green die and orange is the enemy. 18 to 10. So we can activate first. So I will move this counter, meaning that whoever has activated needs to face this direction. And now we can act and we can both activate. So because you always activate 2, 2, 2, 2 in a phase. All right, so let's see. Vanessa, she's got double, twin, and greater mobile attack, meaning she can move and also make all of her attacks. And she's in pretty good position there because she's got cover. So she will just stay where she is, activate, and open fire first on this sand trooper with her first attack from her double attack. And she does have to attack this stormtrooper because of the targeting rules in the system that state an enemy with cover can only be attacked if he is the closest enemy. And since these all have cover because models provide cover, and she does not have accurate shot as an ability, she can only attack this stormtrooper. So she will attack with plus 10 against a 16 because the stormtrooper does not have cover. And twin attack means whenever she makes an attack, she makes another attack. So I roll two dice for her twin attacks, and it's plus 10. So she ducks behind this table and pew pew shoots at the stormtrooper, and she hits 7, which is 17, and 10, 20, so 2 hits, but she only needs 1, but it's a twin, so it doesn't matter. Pew pew, pew. So this stormtrooper goes down in a hail of blaster fire. So that was her first attack from her double attack, and now she can make her second attack. And now, since she killed the stormtrooper, this guy, he does not have cover because from one of the corners of her square or space, she can trace a line to basically 2 diagonal corners without going through a wall or other character. So now she's attacking this stormtrooper officer with her twin attack. Pew pew! Oh, 20, critical hit, double damage. And also 8 plus 10, 18 would also hit. So again, pew pew pew! This stormtrooper also goes down in a hail of blaster fire. And this was her turn, but it's still our phase, as this is called, whenever you activate 2 characters. So now, Marnu, he's got accurate shot, so that means he can attack any enemy that he can see, regardless of cover. And he also has the evade ability, he can dodge fire and twin attack. So he makes 2 attacks whenever he makes an attack, but they can only be directed at 1 target. So he will also move 1, 2, 3 up to here, take cover behind this corner here, and from here he will shoot at this stormtrooper guy because this stormtrooper, he has not activated yet, and also he does not have cover. So he also attacks with plus 10 versus 16. And it's 13 and 9, so 19 and 23. So pew pew with his heavy blaster pistol. Pew, the stormtrooper also goes down. Now it's the stormtrooper's turn. Alright, so those are shooters, and in my rule document we provided some simple AI guidelines. So shooters always try to take cover within low object squares, and so they move if they do not have cover from low objects. They always try to get into low object squares, but also of course they want to have a field of fire. So this stormtrooper, he can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into this cover. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and from here he can attack me because I do not have cover. She has cover, Vanessa has cover, and she's not the closest enemy, so he can't attack her because of cover unless he would have had accurate shot. So he attacks me, Marnu, or All right, so with his heavy blaster rifle, I turn him after I shoot. So pew pew, he shoots. He only has 1 attack plus 4 against my defense of 20. No cover for me. And he rolls an 18. That's a hit. 18 plus 4, 22. Now my evadability comes into play. I got a 50-50 chance. I got to roll an 11 or higher, which is called save 11, to avoid all the damage. And I fail, obviously, with a natural 1 as always. So I take 20 points of damage. First blood for the enemy. So Marnu, Corbek got 20 points of damage. Pew! I track it on his character sheet with a die. Alright, so that was this sand trooper. Now the other one moves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into here. And from here he can also attack from this corner without cover. This is called shooting around corners. And attack. So again, plus 4. 14, that's 18, that's not enough. So pew! And that was the first round. So now we are at the end of the round, and since there are still enemies on the map, I do not need to check for wandering patrols, and all the encounter triggers, even though there are no encounter triggers here, are inactive. And we roll initiative again. So green is me. 19 to 1. So we get to go first if we want to. So whoever wins the initiative can choose if he wants to activate first or if he wants to let the other guys activate first. And of course we would like to activate first. So Vanessa, she will go first. So I turn this marker around, because if she can take out both of these guys, I can open this door to trigger this token at the end of the round. So she uses her double attack, and now she has to attack him because he's closer, because of cover. Can attack an enemy with cover only if it's the nearest enemy. And because he's in cover, he does get a +4 defense bonus. However, I could move and still attack because she's got greater mobile attack, and if I base him, he will not have cover. Adjacent enemies never have cover. So at least I can get a shot in against this guy without having to deal with his cover. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Even better, because then they both do not have cover. And this game does use attack of opportunity and does have diagonal movement, but it costs 2 squares. So she will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She will go here, basically in the face, and double attack twin. So the first attack from her double against this guy with her twin. And it is 14-10, she hits. So 24-20, pew pew. So this guy is down, and now with her other attack, without cover, this guy. A natural 1, but a 7 plus 10, that's 17. Good thing she moved. Pew pew. And they are done, and she is activated. And now I can take a double move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And open this door. At the end of my turn, it automatically opens. And now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I do have line of sight, and I am within 8 squares. So now I trigger this encounter token, which I want to, because I do not want to fight unnecessary battles. So let's roll. 2. Oh, that's another Stormtrooper squad. Alright, so once again, the streets are scrawling with Stormtroopers. So the Stormtrooper squad is always the same thing. And according to my encounter table, 1 to 5 is the Stormtrooper squad. Alright, and now we roll initiative again, because that was the end of the round, and now it's initiative. I gotta re-roll this. I'm green, 14 to 3. All right, so the enemies, they will attack. And so enemies that can make an attack from their starting space, they will activate first. And all of them can attack me from their starting space because they can all see me. So now there are some tiebreakers included. This guy, because he's got double attack, he will attack first. So let's turn this around. All the activated enemies point this way, and he will use his double attack, meaning he will not move. And to see me, as enemy figures or figures in general do not block line of sight, and she just needs to trace a line from any point of his space to any point of my space, so he can see me. But I do have cover because he cannot see this corner. So I do have cover. You can see this with a string if you want. But he's got a +8 double attack. So he will attack, and I will roll both of them together. +8 versus now with cover my 24. So it is +8. Oh, look at this. 20 and 19. 2 hits. Alright, so now I have 2 evades. I will try to evade the critical hit first. Evade versus the critical hit. And yes, also a 20. I evade, and now evade versus the other hit. 11, yeah, 0 damage. Alright, so I barely, so this guy, he's pretty accurate. So he turns around, it's them, blast them, pew pew, and he shoots with his rifle, and I barely managed to duck. And yeah, alright, so now, but they have 2 activations. Now another stormtrooper. And these, they get a commander effect if they do not move. And if they're within 6 squares of this officer, they get +3 to their attack. So this guy now, he will activate, and he will use this commander effect. So now he will attack with +7 also versus my 24. And pew, he shoots, and it's a 5. It's a miss. Pew, pew, pew. All right, so now it is our turn. 2 stormtroopers have activated. Alrighty, so if I move away now, I will close the door for Vanessa, because at the end of my turn, if I'm not adjacent to this door, it'll close, so I do not want that. So Vanessa, she's got to activate first. And the good thing is she can move and still use all of her attacks. And I, of course, want to attack a guy who has not yet been activated, but I have to see I gotta see if I can get to a point. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, from here I can attack this guy without cover. So I will do that with my first attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Vanessa, she moves up to here and around the corner, pew, 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 with her twin. First attack from her double shoots at this guy. Pew pew. And 6, 6 plus 10 is 16. So this hits on the spot. Good thing that this guy does not have cover. So pew pew. Pew. He is down. And now she needs to be turned this way because... Oh no, I got still my second attack. And my second attack. However, now I already moved 6 squares, so I can't move any further. And now I do have to attack this guy, because this is the only guy who does not have cover, and I do not have accurate shot. So even though he has already activated, I will have to attack him, and I will do that. So he does not have cover, and pew pew, 2 more shots. Roll this again. Oh, critical hit and 12. So they both hit. It's a total overkill. Pew, 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 pew. So sparks fly off his plastoid armor, and he is down. And now Marnu can activate. And now he can also move, because she the door will stay open because she's also adjacent. So I will move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will move myself into position here so that I am in a good position to trigger the next token if they're gone. So I will move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now I use my twin attack. I do have accurate shot, so I do not care about cover. I can attack whoever I want to, and these guys, they do not have yet, they have not yet activated. So I will attack this guy because he does not have cover. So I do not ignore the defense bonus, just the targeting restriction. So I attack this guy with my twin. So plus 10 versus 16. And I hit. 16 plus 10, it hits. The other one misses, but he only has 10 hit points. So, pew pew pew, with my DL44 heavy blaster, I kill him. Alright, so now this guy. He's the last to activate. So, he, let's see, I think from where he stands, Vanessa does not even have cover, because from this, yeah, I can, yeah, because the door's open, so he can, and he must attack Vanessa, because she does not have cover. I do have cover, and I'm not the closest enemy. So he will attack Vanessa, and he will get plus 3, because he doesn't move, so he attacks plus 7 versus 20 from Vanessa. And he shoots. 10 plus 7 is 17, but he misses. Pew pew. So sparks fly off the wall as the blaster bolt impacts behind Vanessa. Pew, but he misses. Alright, so the round is over. We still have enemies, so no wandering patrol and no encounter trigger. And now we roll initiative again. Where's my green die? Here. So I'm green. 17 to 12, so we get to go first, and we do want to go first. All right, so Vanessa, she will activate first because I want to get rid of the officer. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So she can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, cost double into this low object, which gives her cover. So she moves here, and now she can make her double twin attack, straight line, no cover versus the officer, and she will do that. Plus 10 versus 18, first attack. Oh, 19, that hits. So that is 20 points of damage. However, he's got 30 hit points, so he's still standing. She needs to hit him again. Second attack of her double with twin. Yes, 19 and 10. So the officer goes down, and that was her turn. And now second activation this phase. Let's see, what do I want to trigger? Yeah, this one will be triggered, so I will also open this door. So I will move first. It doesn't matter, I can shoot first. So I will shoot first. No cover, twin attack. Yes, I hit. 17 and 24. Pew, pew, pew. He goes down, and I move over here. So now it's the end of the round. We do not have enemies on the map. And we do have 2 encounter tokens that I can see, because at the end of his turn this door opens, and I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares, and this one. So in this case, we start with the encounter token that is further away. So it goes from far away to near, and I check this token, and if this token does not spawn an encounter, I will check this token. However, if this token spawns an encounter, this token is not checked anymore, because only one encounter can be active at a time. So we will check this encounter token first. And let's see. hopefully 18. Oh, 18. 18 till 20 is the quest encounter. It is Calvos, an elite mercenary, plus 2 fringers. So this is the quest encounter that I need to defeat in order to obtain the key card. So this is Calvus, an elite mercenary in the employ of Teemo the Hutt. I made up unique stats for him, so he's also unique. I will place him here first. So he is unique, and he has 90 hit points and 18 defense, attacks with plus 12, and deals 30 points of base damage because he's got this huge blaster rifle. He has the mercenary ability, which is a restriction really. It means that he cannot move if he can make an attack from his starting space. But this is compensated by his triple attack ability. So if he does not move, he can make 3 attacks. And if he moves, he got speed 8, so he could also move 16 squares instead of 12, because with one move, he can move 8 squares. So he's a really tough guy. And he is accompanied by 2 random fringers. So I got this fringer deck here for the fringer encounters. I just draw 2 random cards. So he's got with him a Twi'lek Scoundrel, a weak melee combatant, and a Rodian Blaster for hire. So these are with him. So the Rodian Blaster for hire and the Twi'lek Scoundrel. So here we have the Twi'lek Scoundrel. Hopefully you can see it. And this is the Rodian Blaster for hire. Also one of my favorite miniatures. Really nice detail for a pre-paint. I think a nice paint job. And I really like the pose. Very useful miniature for all kinds of things. So they will shield him somewhat. And yeah, they conducted some business in the warehouse, and the door opens and they spot us, and Calvos, the elite mercenary, he says, "It's them! Blast them! Teemo wants their skins!" And we roll initiative. 19 to 6, so I'm 19. So we can activate first if we want to. I turn the activation marker because this is a new round, and of course we want to activate first. And now the good thing is that I do have the accurate shot ability, so I could, if I wanted to attack first, I could attack him even though he does have cover. However, it might be better to kill the weak guys first to get rid of enemy activations and to reduce incoming damage. So and then I could basically clear the way for Vanessa. So I think I will do this first. I will activate Marnu and move up here 1, 2, 3, 4, still stay adjacent to the door, so the door will still be open, and from this position here, without cover, shoot at this Rodian with my twin attack. So this is what I will do. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I move up here, and now I use my attack and shoot at this Rodian Blaster for hire. He's got a defense of 15 and no cover, because no, he does not. And low object, so pew pew pew, and 17, 13 natural, so I do hit, pew pew, and he goes down in a hail of blaster fire. Alright, so now it's Vanessa, and she has greater mobile, so she can move and still make all of her attacks. The door's open, so she will go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 in here, because from here, from this corner, she can attack Calvos without cover. So she will attack him with her double twin, plus 10 versus 18. The first attack. Miss, 2 and 3, so pew pew pew. for cinematic purposes, just say this is Mandalorian style. He's got also some very tough armor, so she hits him, pew pew, but her blaster shots do not penetrate his armor. And she shoots again. Second attack with twin. And it's 13 and 19. Already the bonus included, so only one hit. So 19. Alright, so Calvos, he's got dark armor, so he has a save 11 to reduce damage by 10. So to this point he takes 20 damage, but now he makes his dark armor save. And he failed, so he's got 20 damage. Pew! But still 70 hit points. And this was our phase. So now they can activate. So he's a mercenary, so he can move only if he cannot make an attack from his starting space. However, he can do this because line of sight always goes both ways. So now the question is, he does not have accurate shot. Who is closer? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 squares. So we both have cover, but you can attack an enemy with cover only if it's the nearest enemy. So he can't attack her because we both have cover and I'm the nearest enemy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to 8. So he must attack me. This is not optional. So now he will unleash his triple attack against me. So he attacks with plus 12. However, I do have cover, so I get plus 4. So he attacks plus 12 versus my 24 defense. But deals 30 damage. So the first two attacks. Oh, lucky me, 2 and 4. So that's 2 misses. And now the last attack. A 3. So he unleashes a hail of blaster fire. Pew, 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 pew. But all of them miss. So now the Twi'lek. He's got... he's a melee character. He can only attack adjacent enemies. So let's see if he can reach one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he can reach her and attack, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He can also reach me. So in this case, the AI says they will attack the character with the fewest remaining hit points. Since Marnu is already damaged, he will attack me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he will move only 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because attacks of opportunity. And from here, I do not have cover because adjacent enemies never have cover. He attacks me with his vibroblade with plus 5. And because he's adjacent to me, I cannot use my evade ability in this case. So he attacks plus 5 with his vibroblade. And he attacks. And he rolls a 5. So this is 10. So he misses. Thank God. Alright, so this round is over. There are enemies on the board, so I do not have to worry about encounter tokens or wandering patrols. And we roll initiative. And I am green. 17 to 8. That was good. That means I can activate first. And I will activate first as well. Now this guy has cunning attack, meaning he gets a bonus if he attacks someone who has not activated yet. And I do not want that, and so I will... doesn't matter, we can both activate anyhow, so it would only make a difference if you had more than 2 characters. But I will activate, and because I'm adjacent to him, I also must attack him. Even though I do have accurate shot, the targeting rules say that if enemies are adjacent to you, only those are legal targets, unless you move away, but then I would get an attack of opportunity. So I will just use my twin attack first. I can move afterwards if I wanted to and shoot at this guy. Plus 10. Yes, 17 and 13 rolled, so pew, point blank shot, pew, I kill him. And now I can still move if I want to. Do I want to move? Yes, I do want to move. I will move 1, 2, 3, 4. I will move into this low object section here. I will still hold the door open. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have moved, I shot, so my activation is done. Now it's Vanessa. She is in a pretty good position where she's at, so she will just attack from here. And again, use her double twin attack. First attack with twin. Oh yeah, 7, that hits as well, because, no, that's 17, it misses. She's got plus 10 and he's got 18. Calvus has 18. So 1 miss, however, 21 critical hit, double damage. So that's 40 damage, but he can make his dark armor save. 40 damage, and no, he does not save. So she's at 60 damage. And now her second attack with twin. Oh, look at this. Another critical hit. The 5 misses, but the 20 would also deal 40 points of damage. So even if he reduces it by 10, he would still suffer 30 points. So he's got 90 hit points, so I don't need to roll his save. He's done for. So I distracted him, and my deadly Mandalorian gunslinger friend Vanessa, she with deadly accuracy pew, 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 found the cracks in his armor, and poof, he goes down. And he drops a key card. So this token here is a key card. Just put this down. In this case, it doesn't really matter because it's right next to the door. But let's say I would have encountered the quest encounter over here, and then I get killed, I would drop the key card. So I would need to pick it up again. But in this case, I will just immediately use it. Alright, so she did all of her attacks, but she's got greater mobile attack. She didn't move yet, so she can still move 6 squares. So she will move inside the warehouse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, but now, this is something I can't avoid. We have the situation that we do not trigger an encounter token because, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, too far away, and I do not see any other tokens, and we have no enemies on the board. So now I can't help it. I do have to make a wandering patrol roll. So I roll a d20, and on a roll of 1, 2, 3, a wandering patrol and encounter appears. And this can never be the quest encounter, but I already defeated the quest encounter. It's an 8. No, lucky me, no wandering patrol. So we have a free round. Alright, so she will move first. 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2. So she will move, and then as an action, or it replaces her attacks, she will take the interact action to pick up this key card. And now she's got the key card, and at the end of her turn now, because she's got the key card, the doors open. So these are removed, and now these doors work normally. So now they open, and now I need to interact with this console to override the docking bay controls. So now it's Marnu's turn. I can take a double move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. However, the interact action, you will see this in the rules document, replaces attacks. So I took a double move. I do not have an attack left to replace. So I can't interact with the console this round, meaning, again, another wandering patrol roll. 1, 2, 3, a wandering patrol appears. It's an 8 again, so no wandering patrol. Alright, so it's our turn again. Without enemies. So Marnu, will take the interact action to interact with the console. So I have to succeed at a save 13. 13 plus. And there are abilities in this game that are called Override and Door Gimmick. Those are like tech abilities. If I would have these, I don't, I would get a +4 bonus to the save. However, now I need, so it's, I activate and interact with the console, and I need a save 13. And it's a 13 on the spot. 13. So yeah, I'm successful. So I interacted with the console. So I'm done. I activated, I moved, and I interacted. So now it's still Vanessa's turn. However, she can't move away because then this door would close for Marnu. So she needs to stay until he gets out. So she will just hold the door open. And that means we do have to make another wandering encounter roll. But this is not that bad, because now we only need to get up there. Wandering encounter, wandering patrol, no, 18. Alright, so now Marnu first, he will take a double move, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, up till here to open this door. Whoop. And now he's done, and now she can exit. And yeah, let's see, she can take a double move, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. She will move 12 squares up to here. So still we have line of sight to this token, but we are further than 8 squares away. Let's see, wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, we're not. Ha. So at the end of the round, because Marnu, I should have moved him in here, but I didn't. Yeah, I had this on the radar. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So at the end of the round, we have no enemies, meaning all the triggers are active again. We have line of sight and are within 8 squares. So this encounter token is triggered. Let's see what we find. $19 would be the quest encounter, meaning no encounter. So only 1 till 12 are encounters, and then 13 till 17 no encounter, and 18 to 20 would be the quest encounter, but it already appeared. So lucky break for us. So that was the end of the round. So now it's the next round, no enemies, because you always check at the end of the round. So now we just need to get to the speeder. So Marnu, he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He goes over here. I think we are pretty far away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. And also 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So, and now it's her turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So she already enters the speeder. Marnu hasn't entered the speeder yet. However, wandering monster roll, wandering patrol, but it doesn't make a difference. 16, no, because now he can enter and we can escape. So we beat the scenario. So that was actually pretty easy, a breeze. Didn't think that it would be that easy. Yeah, but it was. So yeah, that was a quick, short introduction to our, I say our because we developed these rules as a group effort, and we played a lot of scenarios over the years with these rules, and yeah, with of course also sometimes very tough enemies, because we then started to customize enemies. So yeah, we had fun, and like I said, the system also features a progression, which now I come to think of it, they're not included in the rules. So what we said is, if you complete a scenario, you get 2 experience points. If you manage to complete it without being defeated once, so the individual character, you get an additional experience point. And if you fail the scenario for the effort, you would still get 1 experience point. So now I get 3 XP per character because none of us got defeated. And you can trade these XP. They're basically points that increase your point value. You can purchase special abilities with these. So with 3 XP, I could purchase a 3-point special ability, and this would add to my character value and of course improve my character. There are limits, so you can only have 3 abilities that are worth 5 or more points, so that you can't load up with too much or too many powerful abilities, and you can also only have 6 abilities total, not counting these descriptive abilities like Unit or Droid, or restrictive abilities like, for example, melee attack or mercenary that actually restrict you. So yeah, that's it. Even though it was a pretty easy scenario, I hope you still enjoyed it, and this was just to showcase this system. So Marnu and Vanessa, they will probably also be back now that they have escaped Teemo. And yeah, if you enjoy what you see here, please do subscribe. Yeah, and as always, stay safe and stay healthy, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.